Hi guys, and welcome back. Continuing on our base build yet again. It is progressing quite a ways. I did do land shaping offline, just to get it prepped for the day's build. Including I did knock in a stone wall because that's literally just laying brick. Our Pigu is on a pedestal at the moment, as I just kind of dug around him. I did do a little detail work in here. Um, Finished out some banisters, just to keep myself from falling off. I did the other half of the roof, just mirrored it over. I got these finished up and figured out how I wanted to trim that. And then I laid in the foundation for our house. And it will be two-story. This is going to be where the throne is. I've got an inset floor over here where we can do like a dining hall of some kind. Stairs are going to be in this section, wrapping up and around the end to a second floor above. And then a big double fireplace for cooking. And I've still got to figure out how I'm going to build the chimney for this, but it's probably very likely going to go up, and then wherever this roof comes in, it's just going to come in and continue up to a top roof. We are probably going to have to use a little bit of iron in here. Obviously, this is where the front doors are going to be. There's a front porch area, which will have a roof over it, same as our chimney will have a roof over it. And it is kind of laid out longhouse style. So you come in through the side and it goes to either, the right and left. In this case, the stairs up will be to the left, to the right will be the throne room, because that's just the right way to do things, apparently. I wasn't actually even thinking of that joke when I built it. But if you remember, I had some stacks of stone over here that we were chewing through, and then there was these two boxes, which are now almost entirely empty. All of that stone went into finishing out this wall, laying in the foundations, and what little bit of stone we have left are going to go into these foundations once I move the hives. Again, I have already obviously moved the hives from over there to over here. But I think this is going to be too close to this stone walkway for them to be happy, and I want them to continue producing honey. Also, I am going to have to put in gardening. So there will be gardens here. Here, obviously, this big dirt patch in front is going to become a garden. And then in the back corners, I will have a garden here. And I will have a garden here. Now, what I'm probably going to end up doing is I'm probably going to end up spanning across this way with some wood so I can snap a couple stone pieces in. And curving the corner a little bit. Just because in the back here, as we come in through this gate, we come up, say we're pulling a cart, we come up here, we're going to pop this open. We're going to have to get the gate or the cart through the gate and over here. So that's going to have to be at an angle to do that without running over your garden. So I am very likely going to be doing this in such a way that all corners are going to be snapped off and angled in. Now I did set this back 8 meters, so 4 blocks on this side instead of centering it up. And that's partially so that I can have one larger garden area, and that's going to be for like turnips and then onions as we get there, and so on. Yes, this is 2 foundations deep. These foundations are still blue. And if you're wondering why I have my spice rack, I ran out of food. So I went hunting through my horrible mess, that's still, by the way, a horrible mess, And down here at this end, I built a quick campfire, cauldron, and spice rack so I can do some basic cooking. Made myself some more black soup, turnip stew, and sausages. We will eventually light this up. I will find some decorations to put in this corner because this corner is a little bit wider. I did kind of angle this around the corner into the stairs, just trying to make it flow a little bit better. And then of course we do have the kind of semicircular entrance down here that the staircase or the overlook looks down on. Obviously we still have everything we've built before, our portal room, which I'm still loving. Our boat dock, which I think it came out fairly decent. And now today's build is going to be this guy up here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get down here. Grab us a stack of core wood. Grab a few stacks of regular wood. Repair everything. Let's get to work. So, first things first. Good, that remains blue. That's 5. Really? Okay. Apparently we need one of these over here too. I have a pair over in the back, but they're not quite close enough for this. So since these remain blue, I can carry it all the way up. And then to trim up the bottom, I can just put a 2 meter that pokes down into the ground just to hide the bottom of it. But initially, I want to get our basic build up. So it looks like that's going to be unnecessary. Depending, I may put that back in. That will depend very much on if I do the upstairs as a loft that overlooks the throne. If I do the upstairs as a loft that overlooks the throne, then that could actually work rather nicely. I'm going to go ahead and put the bottom bits in. Just to get this all trimmed up. And then putting in the bottom bits, I'm also making sure they snap below. Also, over back here, I have built something a little bit custom. I didn't like how these looked, and I'll go ahead and pop these out. So obviously we do have the double stone floors. And when I initially put these in, I just snapped them down there, and I was looking at it, and I don't really like how it sits down below, but they will also snap to the top edge, which leaves this big funky gap in the back. And then as I got to thinking about it, I went, wait a second, that would work perfect for a flue. So I put these in. like that, with some trim along the top. And we now have a flue, and when we light these up, light should shine out from under there a little bit. So it'll make a neat little lighting effect and things like that. And it's little things like that that I enjoy about this. You know, it's not something that we will see often, but when we do, we'll go, oh, we did this. But yes, I have the throne surround, so we can put a throne in. Put these in just to space floorboard up there. Also to support the third bit of this stairwell. Up off here. Oh, I managed to grab it. So that's going to be our stairwell. Which will be both front and back of the house. You know what? Easier to do it from this side. Okay. Floor's going this way. And then this will go up like so. And there's our upstairs level. So we'll get up here, and this will be the upstairs. Like I said, I don't know. I might actually set this up so that it's lofted somewhere in the middle of the house and looks down onto the throne. One thing I think I am going to do is on the end walls, I'm going to slap 2 more supports in like this. Oh, that strengthens out nicely. And with these being blue, it could alleviate us needing iron. I'm not entirely sure. We may need to actually put some form of centralized pillar set in. If we do, it'll likely have to be... Of course I'm out. Something like this on both sides. So one there and one there. And those would go up to the ceiling to help support the ceiling out in the middle. However, to keep it open, which is kind of my hope, what I may end up doing is running iron up and across. Because this is going to have 4-meter outer walls. 3.5, well, not 4-meter, 8-meter outer walls. So 7 meters to where the eaves stick out. Which will take a little bit of finagling. However, we've got our base down, so we'll throw that back in there. Grab some more wood, and we'll start getting the outer walls in. Oh, that's right. I am likely going to do a window next to the door. Oops. We're going to see how much wood it takes to just fully encircle the house. And then we will judge how we're going to proceed from there. We have also been a long time away from actively continuing on our quest, defeating bosses and so on. Take that out. So I also am starting to really want to get back to working towards the Mistlands. So depending on how done this gets, we may leave this partially completed to go work some more on defeating bonemass and getting into the mountains. And of course it's nighttime. We're going to go sleep real quick just to make it day. We'll get the rest of that wall in and we'll see where we're at. Really? Come on, up and over. Now obviously we still have to put all the windows in, get some greebling in on the build, give it some depth and make it look good. But before that, we're going to have to see just how much wood it's going to take, because I might have to plant a forest and take back to questing for a little while. Just to let the forest grow. Now in here, I am going to I'm actually going to turn those around. Because I want that to be a little cleaner against the trim effect we're getting. I think it shows it a little better. And then also with the cross bracing to either side, so it shows the real structure of the house, and then where you have this big truss work, it actually is nice and clean. I think that looks better. But, you know, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Now, this also gives us... We missed a post. I need cordwoods. 2 and 1. Okay, so I need 3. Still have a stack and a half of wood we've gone all the way around, so we should be able to get the hull of the house done. Like the outer bit done. around back. Put that little guy down in there. Okay, I think that's starting to get there. We also don't need those bottom ones. Cleans up the baseline of the house a little bit. All right, for windows. Like the double X better. Did they fall outside or did I pick them back up? Must have picked them back up. We will go ahead and eat so we have max health and stamina just in case we have an attack. There we go. And then we could put... set of windows in like this. Running windows in walls very definitely increases the amount of materials you're using. So very likely this will be a little bit excess on the mats. And I think I will actually loft this section, because upstairs we can put trophies around the walls. Excuse me. Not to mention, if it is lofted like this, it'll allow us to stand up on the loft in here, straight up from where the crosshair is, and look across all of our trophies down at our throne and so on. Have a nice feel to it. Let's see what we're at. We have 10 wood left, so we used over 5 stacks for the lower, because we started with like 5.5 stacks. A little over 5.5 stacks. We used about 5.5 stacks for that. The other thing I did want to do was we're out of wood, so I'll have to go get more wood to finish those out. Up and over. What are we looking at? So that was the floor. We are not going to have enough wood to finish the house up. Like, just straight up, we're not going to have it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to detail this floor out some. And I'm actually going to put this back in. And what we can do is we can put railings back in. Yes, thank you. And actually, we need to pull that because this is going to be a full height. And we need to pull this out because this is going to be full height. That. No. There we go. And we broke our hammer. Let's go fix it. Now we can lay in banisters. Like that. couple little alcoves over here, we can put something back in there. I am going to close off the bottom of the stairs. Pull this one out for a minute. I forgot to put this banister in. There we go, that's not bad. Need more wood. And then what this will be, Better. Give me the goddamn wood, thank you. And we have enough wood to trim this out. Yeah, it's not going to go in there without help. I'd say that works pretty good. It's actually kind of pretty. Sun going down across the lake. I do want to get these razors back in the mid posts at some point, but... Oh, and apparently these are out. Okay, how much coal? 5. Okay, well, we're going to go find some coal. What we're going to do is we're going to throw 1 stack of that in there. We're going to go looking for coal here real quick, and we're going to go fuel those up. If we can find coal. Of course, the little resin torches have gone out, and I'm not going hunting for resin to refill them. At least not right now. We used 20 coal on that? That's not bad. That's what we forgot. Actually, we should see if we can just use the wooden structure to get the core wood in place. Use the core wood to get the upper walls in place. And of course it's going to rain on us. Because it wouldn't be Valheim if it didn't destroy your entire project halfway through. And in my case, halfway through each section of the build. There is actually a fairly good chance that we are going to have to iron reinforce this. I'm hoping not, because I'd like to use that iron for storage, but if required for reinforcement, we do have enough. The other thing we could do on the upper floor is we could put in a pair of windows up here. On this end. Um, the other thing we can do is... No. Start with laddering our way up. However, that does make them functional. Let's go repair our hammer, because we just broke it again. We're going to grab the last little bit of our wood. Throw the core back in there. We don't need it anymore, at least not right at the moment. Take those out. We'll go ahead and put those in. That doesn't look too bad. We have the big double hearth. We can build a massive cooking area in there. About a mile and a half of repairs to do. That can be done offline. Trim that up real quick. Yeah, we can't even completely finish the walls. Second floor. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put banister in. But that does give us our living area. So we can do a really fancy, nice big bedroom up in here. Got our throne room. We'll have trophies all around the walls up in here. Build a huge dining hall. Sunken floor into the dining hall. Hang lanterns. We've got a huge fireplace for a double fireplace for the cooking area. So we could do a great big fancy cooking area. Oh, excuse me. That was a big yawn. All in all, starting to shape up, I think. Yeah, we have enough for one wall. One wall. We are out of wood. But I am liking how this is starting to turn out. We may carry this up into another X brace. I may go up into another crisscross. I'm not entirely sure yet. But we do have room for our throne. We'll have room for plenty of lighting around here. Nice big welcoming fireplace. Nice big dining hall, our bedroom above the dining room. I think we'll be able to trick this out pretty nice. And of course, we'll have a big front porch. We'll have gardens all the way around. I'll figure out something to do with the corners of these walls. Ow. Something to do with the corners of the walls. This should be enough to hold the trolls back, at least while I can get out the house and deal with them. And it'll allow us for fairly sizable gardens. And we officially feel cold. We have hit another night, so we are going to go up to our bedroom, which at the moment is in our workshop. And we're going to say goodnight. Do take care. If you like the video, leave a like. Consider subscribing to the channel, and that way you'll know when the next one drops. Take it easy.